One of the most common obstacles that new meditators face is falling asleep during the practice, or maybe feeling drowsy after the practice. Today we're going to talk about 5 tips how to avoid that from happening. Welcome to episode number 8 of Master Your Mind Daily, your daily source of inspiration for all things meditation, anxiety, and mindset. My name is Giovanni Dinsman. I am the author of Practical Meditation and the creator of the LiveAndDare.com, which is the 5th most popular meditation blog on the planet. And today we're going to talk about this common challenge that many beginner meditators face. And in the following videos this week, we're going to talk about 3 other common challenges. But first I want to ask you a question. Do you often struggle with sleep in meditation? If so, please write yes in the comments. If not, please write no. So, how can we avoid falling asleep in meditation? There are 5 main tips that I'm going to share with you today. The first one is make sure you are not sleep deprived. Because if you're sleep deprived, if you haven't had enough sleep and you try to meditate, it will not be a pleasant experience. You will be falling asleep in meditation, you will be nodding, you will be, it's not going to be pleasant. There's not going to be any deepening inside that experience. Just like it will be very hard for you to watch a lecture or to study or to do any good productive work when you were sleepy. It will also be very hard for you to have a good meditation session if you were sleepy. So that would be the priority number 1 is make sure you're not sleep deprived for your practice. Then number 2 is don't meditate for longer than what you can. Don't stretch yourself. So if you're used to meditating for 10 minutes or 15 minutes and you go and try to meditate for half an hour, you will probably feel a bit sleepy on the second half because you're not used to it. Your mind needs to slowly, gradually figure out how to stay focused and alert at the same time without either being distracted or being sleepy. Now, number 3 is the right time of the day. So if you meditate right before going to sleep at night, you will probably be tired after a long day, and it will be harder for you to remain present and alert. That doesn't mean that you cannot use meditation as an aid to fall asleep. Many people do that, and it's very effective for that as well, especially the Yoga Nidra type of meditation. But if you want meditation for the other benefits and you just want to go deeper in the practice so you can experience them, then choose a time of the day where you're feeling alert and awake and able to focus. That would be best. So not right before going to bed, for instance. Also, not after a heavy meal. If you have a heavy meal and you try to meditate, there's a chance that you will feel a bit sleepy or you won't be able to focus well, because all the energy, all the blood flow is in digestion at that point. Many books recommend 3 hours after a heavy meal or 1 hour after a light meal as kind of an ideal guideline to follow. And also, ideally not after intense physical activity. After light exercise is okay, and it's a good idea, but meditating after an intense physical activity, that can be challenging, as you may feel like really exhausted in your body and you may feel sleepy very soon. The 4th point is posture. And that's why the posture for meditation is important. When you're sitting to meditate, if you're slouching or if you are leaning on something, it's much more likely that you feel sleepy. That's why for meditation we say the spine and the neck should be straight and unsupported, sitting tall. If you do that, the body and the mind are connected. So that type of posture will allow you to feel more present and less sleepy during the practice. And finally, tip number 5 is to raise your energy levels. So when you are doing the practice, if you are getting bored with it, then it's very likely that you feel sleepy and your mind wants to shut down. So the solution for this is to raise your energy levels, to be more intensely present in your practice. And one way to do that is to generate curiosity. So if you're working with your breath, for example, and you're getting bored in the meditation, you're feeling sleepy in the meditation, then try to bring in a sense of curiosity towards the breath. Right? So there are so many subtle sensations in the breath that you have never experienced before. And many of them are very, very pleasant or very, very calming or just different from anything you have experienced before. And if you can think like that and develop a sense of curiosity, of wanting to deepen into your object of meditation, whatever that one may be, then it will be easier for your mind to be awake and for you not to fall asleep during the practice. And then finally, if you're following all of these 5 tips and you're still feeling sleepy a little bit, then tip number 6 is actually push through. Push through because our mind is not used to being completely present and undistracted. It knows how to be distracted with thoughts, feelings, memories, imagination. And it knows how to shut down and fall asleep. It does not know how to be present, calm, centered, focused, without distraction, without falling asleep. That's a new skill that we are developing through meditation. So if you're following all the other tips and you're still falling asleep during meditation, especially if you're doing longer sessions, half an hour or more, then just be patient and push through and try to raise that energy level as much as possible. So another question for you is, what other obstacles do you experience in your daily meditation practice or whenever you sit to meditate? Please write it in the comments because I would love to know what they are so that I can make future videos based on that. And if you know of anyone who meditates and they are a beginner, please share this video with them and tag them in because there is a great chance that they are struggling with sleep in meditation or they have struggled with that and they have that question. And it's not so easy to find an answer that is as comprehensive as this one. It took me a while to collect all the pieces for this puzzle. So, as we are approaching the end of this live stream, here's the summary. For many meditation beginners, falling asleep during practice is one of the main challenges they face. And there are 5 ways to overcome this challenge. The first is to make sure that you're not sleep deprived. If you're sleep deprived when you go to meditate, your experience is not going to be good. It's not going to be pleasant. Second tip is don't do sessions that are too long, that are longer than what you're used to. Because your mind is not used to that type of activity, it may fall asleep in the second half. Third is make sure you select the most optimal time of the day to meditate. And I usually recommend early mornings. If you meditate right before going to sleep, you may be sleepy or tired. If you meditate right after a large meal or an intense physical activity, you may feel sleepy very easily. It may be hard for you to concentrate. Tip number 4 is posture. Make sure you are seated straight and upright. That helps the mind to become alert and present. And tip number 5 is raise your energy levels. Be more intensely present in your meditation by generating a feeling of curiosity, of wanting to go deeper. That will allow you to be more awake. And finally, if you follow all of these and you're still feeling sleepy, then just push through and have some patience. So that's what I had prepared for today. I am doing this live stream in the rooftop of the building I live in, and this is the famous Harbour Bridge in Sydney. It's a bit windy here, so I hope the sound quality was okay. And I'm going to continue doing these daily videos. Some of them are going to be in my meditation room, which is more quiet. Some of them are going to be up here. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you found this useful. If you have other questions about meditation, there is an article on my blog. I think it's called 46 questions or 46 tips on meditation. I suggest you go to LiveAndDare.com and check that out. So thank you for watching and happy growing. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you for watching.